Good morning, good morning. How's it going, guys? Nick Martino was up in here. How's it going, brother man, channel member? Good morning, guys. Super bummed about yesterday, especially after driving over 3,200 miles in 4 days. Well, that's a lot of driving, man. But we're back home. We're almost home. We just entered New York. Yeah, back to the home state. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with all that, but yeah, 3,200 miles in 4 days is some serious driving. LC Buell, good morning, man. Channel member, how's it going with you? Always a pleasure. It is good to see you. I think, yeah, we'll give it a few minutes for the live to get going here. We'll say some hellos and then get on with what we're doing. We went to Denver to support the Bills, but they lost. Oh no, Nick, that's even worse. Went to go. That sucks, dude. Yeah, 3,200 miles of driving to support the losing team. That'll learn you. Rugged Northeast, good morning, good morning. How's it going? How is yeah, everybody's getting their day going. Yeah, I've actually pulled another all-nighter. Ended up doing a random live last night, and then yeah, had some shoveling to do, whatnot. But yeah, hey, it's all good. Chaos Theory channel member, welcome to the chat. How goes it, man? Good to see you, Hampshire Outdoors. Good morning, Mick. How are things over your side of the pond? Never, ever, never again. Yeah, I don't blame you, Nick. That'll change your whole. That's gonna change a lot. Yeah, but yeah, sorry to hear that, man. It would have been awesome if they won, though, right? But always a good story. Oh, did also, yeah, it's raining, cold. It's supposed to have snow furies today. Yeah, it's the same here. We kind of got some slushy overnight stuff. Supposed to be getting some more snow today. Who knows anymore? Hey, but the less I have to shovel, the better, I guess. Obviously, yeah, yeah. Between the gas and the actual tickets, yeah. That's man. Some of that stuff is just unaffordable now. Like, yeah, man, yeah, tickets that used to be like 20, $30 are now like, four or $500 for the nosebleed section. Yeah, crazy over there, Mick, wet and cold. Yeah, I think that's why they call this New England. Yeah, we get lots of cloudy, rainy, cold, miserable, slushy kind of. Yeah, if you get up towards the mountains and stuff, it's more consistently colder. You get some better snow. But yeah, down central New Hampshire and all that, it's a mess. Yeah, plus food, man, hotels and stuff, right? Tolls, man, tolls will run you just crazy money sometimes. If you got to cross one of those bridges going to Long Island, you're gonna spend some bank. Yeah, the ticket prices are because yeah, Ticketmaster. Yeah, I've heard a bunch of reporting on that with the Ticketmaster. Like, yeah, back in the early '90s or whatever, mid '90s something. Yeah, a concert ticket was like $15. Yeah, now they're like hundreds. It's crazy greedy. Yeah, the Ticketmaster did a whole bunch of monopolizing or something. Yeah, snow just started falling down here in Connecticut. Nice, nice. Yeah, I guess. Hey, you need the snow though. Um, yeah, it supports that spring runoff, spring growth, all that. So, yeah, a fair amount of snow is always good. Yeah, win, lose, whatever. Yeah, it was a learning experience, right, Nick? Chalk it up as that. I don't blame you on that one. Yeah, rugged. I don't miss living in Connecticut or New Hampshire. Yeah, Florida is nice, man. You just got to watch out for fallen coconuts, alligators, snakes, yeah, black widows, scorpions. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's so sometimes you got to wonder, is it a fair trade-off for the snow? Yeah, I'm driven out. Yeah, I got that way years and years ago. I don't think I was ever that into driving, but yeah, I've done some of those crazy drives. Yeah, like crazy runs. Like we would go from like Maine down to like south of the border to buy fireworks because you couldn't buy them anywhere local, and it was just more fun to grab a 15 passenger van, a few drivers, and come back with a van full of fireworks. Not that that ever happened, but yeah, too hot for me. I'm trying to move to New Hampshire. I want to go north. Yeah, I mean they both have their pros and their cons. Like me personally, I actually one of the things I enjoy about winter camping is no mosquitoes. You don't have to worry about ticks, all that stuff. It's bug free camping. That's my take on winter camping. I'll gladly go do it again. I just gotta finish getting geared back up. Yeah, especially because we left both ways at night. Yeah, and your gear stays cleaner too. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Nick. Yeah, that's kind of like the scuba diving, saltwater versus freshwater. Yeah, saltwater's nice. There's some really colorful things to look at, depending on where you're at, of course. Um, but yeah, then you got to wash all your gear. You got to rinse all that salt water off, clean everything out, take everything apart. But yeah, you go do some freshwater dives. Hey, you might see some cool rainbow trout or, some bass, whatever, depending on where you're at. Maybe some gators. But yeah, you don't have that whole post dive wash all the gear thing. I mean, you just got to rinse it a little bit. Just rinse the debris off and stuff. But it's not the same as doing an ocean dive. Yeah, Nick, my buddy drives for a living. He listens to audiobooks to kill the monotony. Yeah. Yeah, no bugs is a definite, especially when you find out, yeah, your tent has a hole in the mesh or something, or yeah, your whatever you're using, your hammock, your gazebo, your whatever tent. Yeah, it's almost a must for me, especially in high mosquito areas. Man, mosquitoes will ruin a good camping trip. You end up like hiding in your tent, dodging swarms and swarms of mosquitoes. Yeah, Nick, check out. So, anybody got anything exciting planned for today? Anybody doing any hiking, biking, camping? Yeah, Nick's probably gonna do some sleeping. Yeah, I probably got some more shoveling to do. Yeah, we're gonna definitely do the coffee thing this morning. I've been we're gonna do the indoor coffee thing, guys. Totally not creative and new and exciting like I thought it was gonna be, but um ever tell you about the time I thought I invented eBay? um yeah, time to being up. Cody, good morning, good morning. Oh, cooking lamb roast, that sounds delicious, Mick. That does sound good. Yeah, so not a huge fan of the canister stand that comes with the jet boil. I use the MSR one. Yeah, just not a fan of this thing. Don't know why. Yeah, I've been using the MSR forever and a day. It's a little bit wider, a little bit lighter. Um, better stance overall, I think. I know some people are like, "Hey, man, that's like 6 grams you don't have to carry or 5 grams." But it's like, yeah, man, you just got to have your pot tipped over a couple times. You lose your lunch, and now it's worth it. About to grab a Java Monster and some chow. Sounds like a plan, Cody. Vendetta KIA. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, Nick Martino. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Man, hey, does anybody know? Grumpy Grunt was gonna make coffee. I think he was doing a coffee thing with the AeroPress in his live today, like the reverse brewing with it or whatever. Cause that was gonna be my plan. Was to cause Grumpy Grunt sent me his old regular AeroPress. I was gonna try that out. But man, I kind of feel guilty if he's gonna do it like during his live. I'm pretty sure that was his plan. So so we're gonna use the Sea to Summit pour over. I just want to be kosher on that. And I'll probably do better if I watch him do it. I haven't made an AeroPress coffee yet. So yeah, I'll do the Sea to Summit pour over. I was gonna do the AeroPress, but last minute change. Yeah, no Graham Weenies here. Man, they're out and plentiful. Man, the trolls were out hardcore last night too a little bit. Definitely had some trolls coming. You know the usual crowd though. The usual crowd. Those guys. You know with their telltale sayings and stuff. Did you unfold it before screwing it on? Um, yeah, I have an AeroPress, but man, I still prefer my Stanley. Yeah, I've got to get something in the fresh press. Yeah, a fresh press with the French press. Yeah, I want to get into that for sure. I think I'm going to get into the Grail GeoPress one. That seems pretty cool. That's a whole new game changer for that kit. Oh yeah, did I? No, I didn't fold that out. Yeah, good point. Oh, thanks for noticing that. Yeah, I didn't do that. Yeah. Flipped a little nozzle out. Nice catch there. Thank you, man. It's always different on camera, right? There we go. Now we got it. Now we're cooking with spam. Let that clear out for a minute or so. Um, I do that all the time. Yeah, I think yeah, that's got to be a common one. Ironically, I think that might be actually the first time I did that. Go figure. But yeah, nice catch. It's what could possibly go wrong, right? So, hey, yeah, special ingredient water. Where's the water? The water is in the water container. Yeah, Stanley coffee makers. Yeah, I haven't tried those either. Man, back in the day, I'm not gonna lie, I was just instant coffee. Like that's about yeah, instant coffee was it. Just use the KISS method, keep it simple. No need to carry all that kit. Yeah, as bit I like the folded French military stove. Oh yeah, the little chemical. It's like the you remember the trioxin fuel bars? Used to be like a military thing, the trioxin fuel bars. Yeah, those were another one. The fumes that came off of that were, yeah, they were not friendly. Oh, like that titanium lid. Hey man, this is extreme ASMR. Wow, that was horrible. You shouldn't do that to people, man. It's kind of like nails on a chalkboard, right? Yeah, it's yeah, I have a whole bunch of the Taster's Choice 3-in-1. Yeah, those sound convenient. Man, Blackout Coffee even has like instant coffee now. I'm like, yeah, man, we'll get a little jacked coffee going. What could possibly go wrong? I don't think. Whoops. Yeah, last time we did this, yeah, that wasn't too loud, was it? We'll find out. If it is, I'll have to mute it for a minute or something. Yeah, I don't know how much of a fan I am of the MSR stove here. Yeah, we won't crank it up, otherwise it sounds like a blowtorch. But Amazon, I don't shop there often. Empty beer cans with your camera gear when they were not completely empty. Yeah, that's never happened. Can't hear it at all. That's good. Yeah, we're trying not to torture people here while we make this awesome coffee. Inspired coffee and is on Kaz. Oh, nice, nice. Well, tell Kaz I said hello as well. Always a pleasure. I got to make it over there. Yeah, 3 o'clock this afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, Hampshire Outdoors. He's got a live, nice little social, great group of people. Um, so yeah, if you're in the outdoors and aluminium and stuff, yeah, that's definitely the place to go. But no, great group of friendly people. Always having a good time, talking some shop, talking some gear. Yeah, that's a whole road you can go down. It's almost like an endless road. Yeah, different stoves, different fuels, different, yeah, just all sorts of everything. And then, yeah, then a whole new realm. You just get into the stick stoves. Yeah, I've been looking at the Bushcraft Essentials for a while. Gonna get into the stick stove thing. Yeah, as if it smells like rotten fish, I double bag it on it in an outer pocket. Yeah, that's they do they stink bad. Anybody seen any of those videos on how to make like homemade sterno? They're definitely kicking around. I'm gonna give that a try at some point. Making the homemade sterno. Wow, now it's cooking. Now we're cooking with spam, guys. Just about there. Oh, definitely do that. Try that for sure, Nick. Just mix laundry powder with your liquid fuel of choice. Oh, that's simple there, Cody. Yeah, Bushcraft Essentials makes it. Yeah, that's the one I've been looking at. The Bushcraft Essentials. It's like the Bush Box Titanium XL. Yeah, we're gonna go titanium with that. Yeah, I think last time I looked at it, it's like the titanium is roughly half the weight of the steel. So I'm gonna save some weight. Not being a gram weenie, just the you can save some weight here and there and make up for that chair I'm gonna carry as well. Petrol-based fuels work best. Yeah, that's boiling already. We didn't even have it cranked up. That thing's crazy fast. And then, we need a cup. Actually, we'll use this cup, right? Because that makes sense. Yeah, this is the Pathfinder titanium cup. So yeah, that certifies. This is full on like certified bushcraft coffee now because we use the Pathfinder cup. Yeah, that's literally how you make gelled fuels. Yeah, jet boil definitely has a place. I think if you're like boiling water, like if you're gonna make like coffee, tea, rehydrate a freeze dried meal or a dehydrated meal or something, it's great. But yeah, maybe heating up certain things. Yeah, like cooking pasta or rice or something. But man, that's where after that it's just kind of it's jet boil, man. You're not doing any fancy cooking with that thing. Yeah, titanium heats and cools better than steel. Yeah, it does. Yeah, Mick, it definitely does. In fact, that's why I got the cozy for the water bottle here, the titanium water bottle. So if I want to keep something cooler, it'll keep it cooler. A little insulation goes a long ways, or something. Isn't Didn't somebody say that? Actually, I don't think anybody said that ever. Oh yeah, you gotta put the coffee in the thing. So we almost missed that step. Like that's like I would have made a cup of hot water. Like wow. We're on this morning. Yeah, anything other yeah, anything other than cooking, but yeah, rehydrating, boiling water, all that stuff. Oh, so no titanium in the cooking pans? Yeah, I've heard some people say it just gets super hot, crazy quick, and it just everything burns to it. So all right, we're going to right, so we should whoops, wet the table and no, wet the coffee grounds and then let them sit for like a minute, right? That's yeah, we just good job, man. Now we got a clean spot. We got to clean the rest of it. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I just heat the grounds and pour the hot water. Yeah, that's like yeah, mixed drinks. Yeah, yeah, Bacardi and Coke or something. You mix it in the mouth because you're short on glasses. Man, somebody's been to the drop zone. If you ran the jet boil at half speed, you use less gas, boiling the same amount of water. Sorry, guy measured that out. Not sure how much you save though, but easy to do the test yourself. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Fuel efficiency is always a big thing. In fact, typically I'll use like a medium can as a primary, and then the one that fits in the jet boil is my backup. So if I run out of the primary one, I've always got the backup. I can at least finish doing what I'm doing. And then at least when you're bike touring, then I got to find fuel and then double down and replace the smaller one, finish that off. Yeah, wash it down with ground. You pour the water on everything but the coffee. What? Oh yeah, chaos. I'm with you. Um, yeah, they consume too much fuel, jet boils. Yeah, I don't mind. They're kind of efficient as long as they're out of the wind. Which that's goes with any stove, but compared to the stove that I was using, this one's like pretty efficient. Yeah, mixed drinks. That's cute. I just drink my whiskey with a crazy straw. Exactly. All right, so this should be ready. We'll make the coffee. Got to like it's a little bit different with the camera guys. Rob's Knives, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the chat. How goes it? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're making coffee in the house, believe it or not. Like I'm such an idiot sometimes. Like what made me think that was like, yeah, hey, we'll make outdoor coffee indoors or something. It's like everybody makes coffee indoors. What an ass. I meant like with, like the pour over or some camping equipment. Aqua Donkey Prospecting. Good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. We're trying to make a cup of coffee here. I last minute changed it. Like I said, we were gonna do the AeroPress, but yeah, I should probably take some notes on that thing. And I think Grumpy Grunt's doing a reverse AeroPress. Like where yeah. Anyhow, B&A. Good morning. Good. Yeah. Yeah. No way. Absolutely. Indoor coffee B&A. You saw it here first, right? I'm such an ass. For everything else, there's MasterCard, right? Not like I said, not as stupid as the time I thought I invented eBay. And I wasn't an interwebber, I wasn't doing any of that stuff. And so, but I was getting ready to leave from Key West and I was selling a bunch of stuff. And I was like, man, wouldn't it be awesome if you could just sell it this way and do this and do that? Like maybe, like have like a minimum you're willing to take on it and then people can make offers and, kind of like an auction, but, on the interwebs. And then my buddy Joe is like, yeah, dude, it's called eBay, you dumbass. It's like, oh, you don't say. So So yeah, that's how smart I am. I invented eBay and didn't even know it. But somebody beat me to it by a few years. I just was unaware of it. I don't think I used enough water, guys. I think this is gonna be like a teaser size of coffee. Um, yeah, for everything else, there's hollow points. You got that going on, right? Yeah, that's yeah, I'm about as dumb as a rock sometimes. But no, really, there's proof it was a solid plan. eBay has done quite well. I mean, they've made money off of us, so um I guess it is what it is. Oh yeah, we got the coffee going. And yeah, nobody, yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft didn't put a paper towel out for this. How dare she? That's entirely her fault. Um, that some no, the cat doesn't have more sense. Dave James, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. It is good to see you, my man. No, the cat's a man. No, in fact, the cat was so whiny yesterday. Even Mrs. Bushcraft was like, "Cat, enough! Like we've heard enough from you already." Oh yeah, butter knife, right? The the Vargo titanium butter knife. Because what do you recommend for a butter knife? Um, but I do need a spoon. Oh yeah, I should do a regular spoon. I used to be something of an influencer several years ago. It's way overrated. Yeah, I don't think I'm trying to be an influencer. That just sounds bad. That's like worse than an enabler. Which I appreciate everyone in here who's an enabler and is like, yeah, dude, you should totally buy that tool. And that's what we're here for. This is more like a Gearaholics Anonymous type thing, where we should be saying, no, man, you don't need that piece of kit. But instead, we're like, no, dude, you should, for that price, you should get two. Or, we look out for each other like, hey, you heard it here first. You got to have shoes that match your saw. Otherwise, there's no point in keeping that damn thing around. Like it's unofficially like yeah you should, and it should be appropriate too. Like if it's a small saw like a pocket boy or something, you can get some like low cut hikers, maybe some trail runners or something. Maybe if it's a gom boy or something, you get like some middies, some mid height, anything like a big boy 360 or a Zubot 330. Then you're right up into like full boot, full boots, like at least like a 6 or 8 inch boot. Yeah, if you're running a Katana Boy 500 or something, you should have like some Red Wings or some Chippewas at minimum. Yeah, it's got to be trendy. Yeah, oh no, definitely get that piece of kit. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, there's been some awesome people in the channel community that have hooked me up with some gear. For sure, we definitely appreciate you guys. We're getting out there eventually. Yeah, square toe Justins. I would recommend the silky Zubot Professional with the polished plating and stuff like that. If you're running if you're running square toe Justins, got to be a classy saw. None of that Outback stuff either. That's definitely Outbackish. Yeah, square toe Justins. You need like the polished finish. Yeah, 500 is my language. Yeah, that thing's a beast. Now they've got like the 550 professional coming out. No, it's not coming out, it's out. But man, they jacked the price up with it. That went up to like 460 bucks. Like a lot of money. Like yeah, we're going to wait until next Christmas and hopefully get some kind of super sale. This looks like some pretty dark coffee though, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, or Daytech 9 with the forces. All that for that little cup. I know, isn't that? And I think the AeroPress is right in there, volume wise as well. That's I should have put a little bit more water in there, But I was kind of hoping for like a stronger coffee. Mrs. Bushcraft, she makes the coffee a little on the weak side. Yeah, she makes a weak coffee and then she brutalizes it with like cream and sugar. Um, so yeah, very she's it's a very light coffee that she makes. Borderline, you almost want to call it a tea. Um, yeah, steel is the shiz. Yeah, weak coffee angers me. Yeah, in fact, I gotta get an order going to Blackout Coffee again. I ran out of their coffee a few weeks. Well, yeah, more than a few weeks ago now. But yeah, got to get some of that. That's some good bean there, Blackout Coffee. I've been drinking that predominantly for a few years now, for sure. Gone through a couple of the 5 pound bags and everything. Yeah, wheat coffee should be a federal offense. I agree. Um, Vince, what's the best bushcraft tool? Whatever tool you can use the best. Everybody has their own strong point. Some people totally geek out on a hatchet. Other people are like, "Oh, it's all the knife is the primary and the only. It's the grail of all tools, the centerpiece of every tool kit." Yeah, sometimes you use a saw a lot, so yeah, yeah, it's kind of like a vague in general, and then you could get off the normal beaten path and say like, the Scotch-eyed auger has got to be one of the best bushcraft tools because that's got to be one of the hardest things to duplicate out in nature, like an actual Scotch-eyed auger. Yeah, so maybe bench chisels, man. There's so many things. I don't think there's any one perfect piece of kit, but I think there's like a well-rounded kit that's gonna allow you to do quite a bit. Yeah, yeah, exactly. B and A, yeah, exactly. A sharp mind is important. Being able to think under high pressure, under stress, also important. If you can't think under stress and you're like, oh no, all of a sudden I'm lost, you just freak out and exacerbate the situation rather than just be like, all right, sit down and think about this one for a minute, kind of like sort out your options. Yeah, I prefer the Springfield with the Tims or the low top at knees typically. Yeah, how often do you need to sharpen the Spyderco, and what tool do you take in the field for sharpening? I haven't put a stone to the Spyderco yet. I've stropped it a few times, and what I take for the field, it really depends on what I'm bringing out there overall. Because I might bring a sharpening puck and stuff. I've got a 2 by 6 inch stone plate that's like 300 grit and 1,000 grit. That's highly backpackable. But I have a couple little credit card size. Let me grab them real quick. Where'd it go? Where'd who go? Man, it's in the pouch. Where's the pouch? We'll get this figured out. I got it. We just got to make a little bit of room here, guys. Not that I really need to bring the whole thing into the picture, but what I've found that's an awesome deal is and it's part of my chest rig kit now. Come out. I'm really enjoying this kit too. I can't wait to get it finished off and start getting some serious field use out of it, man. Where is it? Yeah, it's almost like credit cards, right? They're literally like credit cards. Yeah, these are trend sharp diamond sharpening plates, and we can get one out here. They're like credit card size, like roughly 2 inch by 3 inch. So like a lot of people will carry sandpaper. I think this is a better option. You can always do that as well. A couple pieces of sandpaper. Yeah, this one is 300 and 600 grit dual sided diamond plate by Trend. And I've got the other one here. The one in the red is 180 300 grit. Like I said, this one is 300 and 600 grit. And then they've got a 600 and 1000 grit. I really don't plan on sharpening in the field. It's kind of rare you have to. But if I do, yeah, these will more than cover it. Yeah, learning how to improvise things just from what's available around you should. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, using your environment to the advantage, Nick. Yeah, you're totally spot on with that. Yeah, and also, yeah, just situational awareness, being aware of hazards. You know, the legendary widowmakers. That's kind of stuff you'll overlook if you're stressed, just looking for a spot real quick or something. Yeah, I think the weirdest setup I ever did, I was extremely exhausted. I had been riding solid for like predominantly 2 days. And then I finally found a spot. I'm like, oh, some nice pines. I can run right in there, set up my tent real quick, get a few hours of sleep, and I'll be good to go. I won't bother anybody. Man, I woke up the next morning, looked out my tent, and there was a house like 60 yards away. I was right on the edge of their, like they had a small lawn and then the pine forest. And yeah, I was like literally camping out in somebody's yard, like just right off the tree line in somebody's yard. Didn't even know it. Um, yeah, Cody, check out my shorts. You'll see some of my toys. Yeah, learning how to improvise things. Yeah, find a DC's with my. Yeah, when you think you have enough firewood, go out and get 10 times more. Yeah, B&A. That's experience there. Yeah. I even try to when I'm leaving, if it's kind of like a designated camp spot and there's a fire ring and all that, I'll intentionally like leave a decent amount of firewood, like enough for somebody to get a fire going, like an emergency fire. So if they showed up there, they wouldn't have to do anything. I'll set up like preset like kindling and some firewood and stuff. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what I recommend for sharpening. Um, I'm working on. Eventually, I'm gonna have like a nice field strop as well. That's something else. It's gonna get worked into my kit. I'm gonna get the third card, the 600 1000 grit trend sharpening card, and then I'm gonna do like some type of 2 by 6 inch. Man, ideally, I'd like to do like a titanium plate, like a titanium core, like thin, maybe like quarter inch, not even a quarter inch. Should be plenty strong enough, and then dual sided, some leather, like a polished side and a core side. Yeah, I have my master's in redneck engineering. Um, yeah, yeah, always looking out for the next guy. Hey, because you never know what situation somebody's gonna roll up into a campsite or something. And so, yeah, it's I don't know, just something I was taught to do, and I've always done it at least when I'm able to. But yeah, the not too much has happened with the chest rig. Yeah, another one of the dozen projects I've got going on. But yeah, still running the Titan Exotech match cap there, XL for matches. The Titan Light Exotech Titan Light. The rip spool, you could use a duct tape as a fire starter. It's got the braided line on it, needle inside. You can actually use the base as like a little bit of a sewing palm. But yeah, nice multi-use there. The Leatherman Surge has kind of found its way in here permanently, along with the Raptor. I've got my Vargo spoon and fork and titanium chopsticks in here because bolly chop chop, man, nothing wrong. You need chopsticks if you're gonna eat the chop suey or some crap like that. Yeah, I'm a nature photographer and has big respect for widow makers. Yeah, yeah, widow makers are definitely everywhere. Um, yeah, it's nice when a good windstorm has gone through though. Kind of helps keep that in check. But yeah, I always check for widow makers. But yeah, both above and below. You never know where you're at, man. A brown recluse or a black widow could wreck your day. All sorts of things. What I need is first aid with 3 kids. I'm slacking on that front. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, you kind of like more like an ouch pouch, an ouchie boo boo pouch. Yeah, those are easy to slap together. There's some decent ones on the market, but yeah, it's just you might as well just build your own. Yeah, we've got enough stuff kicking around. I can put something simple together like that. I got to put together a good trauma kit. Yeah, I keep juggling fancy sharp knives. Yeah, I should probably start carrying a tourniquet, something like that. Clarity Whistler, low quality tools. I don't. I don't know where you're going with that, but okay, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I reckon we'll find out, won't we? Yeah, all you need is electrical tape and paper towels. Yeah, I carry around a couple of EpiPens. Yeah, that's not a bad plan. Those are kind of pricey. Yeah, but if you need them, you need them. They scam you on that. Like they tell you the shelf life is half what it is, and then they charge you like outrageous amounts of money for the EpiPens. Yeah, okay, I have some Everclear. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, rub some dirt in and get back in the game, man. Um, but yeah, still got the Olight Warrior Mini 2 in here. Yeah, I've got my Leatherman bits and stuff in the pouch in the back here. This is the Hill People gear. I think it's called the 5x7 or 5x8 pouch or something. It's a Velcro internal organizer. Yeah, I think they were like 35 bucks. I think it's a fair deal. It looks like it's going to hold up pretty well. It's a nice fit. Oh, they don't go bad. At least none I've ever used. Yeah, maybe it depends on the maker or something. That's a good question. Yeah, man, all that effort making coffee, I'm not even drinking it. Cheers, guys. Everybody have a foo-foo-rific, fancy Sunday, fun day, party time. Do something. Get ready for the work week. Get your laundry done. Go out for a little hike ski or something. Definitely not a bad coffee. At least chest kit coming along nice. Yeah, it's coming along nicely, slowly but surely. Um, Definitely need to do some laundry. Yeah, I think Sunday's like the universal self maintenance day. Yeah, you get your tools together, yeah, get your lunches together, get the laundry done for the week. Man, I think it's a pretty solid thing. But yeah, and then yeah, I'm thinking more and more. Faro Concepts has like this Velcro and knife nook. I've got to get that because I'm gonna put my calcula up there, and then eventually I'm gonna get that skeletonized 240 I was telling you guys about. Much more compact and lighter than the Outback, and that is going to go kapow right there. So yeah, I've got a 240 saw, knife, all the stuff I'm gonna need to grab. And then let's see if I can do this without spilling anything else. Yeah, the opposite side I haven't done really anything else with. Yeah, I got some space blankets, hand warmers. Hey, you can't always start a fire, but so yeah, if you can throw a few hand warmers, like throw one down your shirt in each hand, wrap up with a mylar blanket. Yeah, it's gonna make all the difference in the world. I have something to show you after the show I did to my Raptors. Oh yeah, modding the Raptors, Nick. Yeah, I'll definitely making them more carryable. I thought about taking the pocket clip off of mine. Really, I think that's kind of not as necessary, but and I'm not a fan of the sheath for the Raptors. Like at some point, yeah, I'm cracked out on custom kydex. Got to make more kydex. Yeah, they've got a nice limited edition one. Uh, oh, I forget what it's called, but it's a 240 limited edition. It's like a hybrid sawtooth setup, and it's a blackout design. It's like $90. You can find it on Scamazon, but or you can go to like Cheryl Tree or something. I bet you they could hook you up if you wanna. You know, if Jeff Bezos has enough money, then yeah, there's other sources. I carry crayons for first aid, and you can melt them to seal a cut, write a note, or just snack on them. Yeah, chaos, and it's the one weakness against the Marine Corps. Like if there's a squad of crazy Marines charging you, you could just, I mean, you probably got to have a box of like 124, but if you just launch out all over the place, they're all going to be scrambling. You can make your getaway while they're chasing Crayola crayons. I love all types of hand warmers. Haven't tried the type with a coal stick though. Oh, the burning ones. Yeah, those man, I haven't gotten into those either. Um, yeah, I've just used the package ones for years and years now. Oh, and yeah, I had that Zippo hand warmer. Yeah, how did that work? I never. I knew a couple people that had them, and they just said they were kind of a pain in the butt. The Zippo hand warmers, you put the Zippo fuel in, it lights, and then somehow it just kind of like I don't know, smolders on the inside and gets warm. I've never got into those. Like I said, everybody I've known always had like they didn't work right or they'd go out. Um, some of those electric ones seem a little bit appealing though. I don't know if you've seen the electric hand warmers. Yeah, so Nick's had good luck with them. Nick says the Zippo works awesome. The hand warmers. I have some rechargeable electronic hand warmers. Love them. They have built-in flashlights and can recharge. Yeah, so it's kind of like a battery bank with a heating device into it. They sound cool. I know Mrs. Bushcraft. She got like one of those. It's like an electric blanket vest or something. You know, it's got like it's supposed to heat up. And she wore it to a football game and said it didn't work. Like it was horrible. Like she was kind of counting on it being, but yeah, she said it didn't warm her up at all. Maybe she got a bad one or something. She wasn't happy. She ended up returning it. It's not too often we return things, so. Oh my God, really crayons? No. If uh, if you ever want a med kit recommendations, let me know. Better part of 4 years as a rapid response medic in Ukraine. Oh, that's awesome, John. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. If anybody's got questions, throw them out there. Um, yeah, I got a friend that was 18 Delta for 22 years. So I yeah, he's got some phenomenal kit setups. So yeah, a lot of you guys Eric Hansen, the owner of Phobos Knives. Yeah, he was an 18 Delta Special Forces medic. We got to get him on here sometime talking about his versions of med kits and how he prioritizes things. So I think sometimes you can't beat the classics. Yeah. Yeah, Nick, you're spot on with that. Yeah, you definitely can't beat the classics. And sometimes now even classically made, like some of the stuff that was awesome for years. Yeah, they managed to put a wrench in the system. Oh no. Explains why you have so many Phobos tools. Yeah, Cody, that 110%. Yeah, that explains that, doesn't it? Yeah, it's never been a secret here. But yeah, Nick, I try he's I try not to bother him too much. He's got a lot going on with life. I know he's had some struggles with the he's got Parkinson's. So he's had some struggles with that. So I try not to bother him too much and yeah, I mean the guy gave up most of his life to the country, so whatever he's got going on is I'm fine with. Greg, welcome to the chat. How you doing? How you doing? Oh yeah, yeah. We're full transparency here when it comes to stuff like that. In fact, last year, well, in the beginning of this year, January, February, March, yeah, Eric was in the chat quite a few times, and yeah, answering questions and stuff like that. So yeah, man. One of my best, well, I shouldn't say best friend, well, like one of my great friends, in skydiving. He was legendary master parachute rigger Dave Hersey. Yeah, he ended up with Parkinson's, and I got to spend the last couple of years. Yeah, he was just a wealth of knowledge as a parachute rigger. But he couldn't do the work anymore. But so he would hang out in the rigging loft. This was up in Lebanon, Maine, at Skydive New England, and he'd hang out in the rigging loft with me all day long, just trying to like info dump on me. Like, hey man, somebody's got to know this stuff, and he just, yeah, it was a tremendous time to know him, and it was rough watching somebody not be able to do something they love so much and were so good at. But yeah, right up to his final days, man, the guy put in 110%, making sure that skydivers had safer gear to jump with. So, yeah, it's rough. It depends. I know everybody's battle with it is different. So, but yeah, unfortunately, it's a tough thing to deal with. Yeah, the man certainly knows how to. Yeah, yeah, he's man. He. I mean, he's the Green Beret type guy. You know, they 110%, nothing less. Yeah, he makes outstanding. I absolutely love his designs. That's why, like I said, I think I'll invest more into Phobos Knives if I'm going to expand what I have for knives for a while before I get into anything else. Yeah, I, I don't know. Maybe I've turned into a greedy knife collector. I've got two calculas already, but I've got my eye on a third one because I want to do some custom stuff. Um, but yeah, yeah, I'll agree. Yeah, Eric Hansen makes some awesome knives. I'll definitely be getting some more of his stuff. Man, I'm still yeah, that's the kind of stuff that he puts out. This is the calcula with the PVD coating, red G10 liners, carbon fiber scales. Yeah, if you haven't had a chance to mess around with one of these knives and actually get it in hand, I highly recommend it, guys. And yeah, this is the calculus in CPMS 35 VN, which is a steel I've actually got some experience with and I enjoy. All of my not Phobos, all of my Spartan blades were in S35 VN. Great steel. I like it. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Cody, and it feels even better in hand, man. Like, yeah, the video doesn't really do it much justice. Yeah, because objects on your screen may appear differently depending on your monitor settings. You know, that line, I love that line. It's great, actually. It's fun to use. But yeah, awesome knives. Yeah, Cody, yeah, Crucible steels. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that, right? Yeah, they make some outstanding stuff. What more can you ask for in a fixed blade? I mean, really, ask us of Molly right on P&A. Yeah, and he designs all this stuff right down in Tennessee. But yeah, what more could you ask for in a knife, Nick? Well, that's the whole thing. If wow, this is almost like as good as an infomercial, right? What more could you ask for? Well, since you want to ask for more, we'll give you more. We'll bring out the tier one BC in Magna Cut, right? How could you ask for more? This is it. This is it. Yeah, full tang Magna Cut with the less than lethal attitude adjuster there at the bottom there. You know, density tester. It's got the bow drill divot built in, goes right through the scale to the tang, so you're not just creating friction and cooking your scale. It's actually well thought through. So as long as your spindle on your friction fire is slightly narrower than the diameter of this, pow, you're kind of protecting your scales at the same time. And the ferrocium rod notch right here at the top, instead of just having a flat 90, it's notched out. Increases the surface area to your knife. And yeah, we've thrown some serious sparks with this knife. Yeah, and the Persian swedge on here, it's not just fashionable. It's fashionable. It's also functional. The Persian swedge, adds strength to the knife. So if the knife starts to flex, it'll flex and not just snap. What gear are you using that you don't expect that you would need, but then liked it? I don't think there's really anything. I think everything is just a like the same kit I've been using most of my life. It's been switched out. Rather than having a couple of small Arizona stones, I got the sharpening diamond plates and things like that. Rather than having the old plastic match case, I got the Exotac and stuff. Um, so yeah, I think there's kind of like that basic kit that you need, and that varies depending on geography and climate and season within your region, whatever. All those variables. So whatever best fits your environment as well as your experience and knowledge level. Yeah, just kind of keep rolling with it. Man, I really like your chest rig. I need to pony up and get one. Yeah, Nick, suck it up, Buttercup. Just what's the old saying? Shit or get off the pot, buddy. Probably shouldn't be saying that on YouTube, but yeah, man, pull the trigger. They're sweet. I'm more than happy with it. And in fact, like I said, I'm gonna be expanding on it at some point. I've looked into some different the side expansion wings. I'm gonna put together a little hunting fishing kit. Little I've got some land nav stuff to go in here still. Yeah, still working on those soft pretzels, guys. Yeah, man, the you guys are horrible. Yeah, no, but you're absolutely right, man. What happened to the soft pretzels? The pretzels. Yeah. Dude, I've made like chicken and steak and pulled pork and ribs and yeah, dang, I've made just about everything but soft pretzels. I've got the mustard too. I must have mustard for dipping sauce with the soft pretzels, but yeah, we're gonna. When I do, man, we'll make a thing out of it. I'll post some pictures in a community post or something. Um, and I'll go full badass. I'll take my biggest knife and be like, oh look, slicing up soft pretzels into pretzel bites. Mountain House, Peak Fuel, Fresh, or the one pouch from Texas. I can't remember. Oh, made pizza last night with a cell phone call and yeah, man, that's how Chaos cooks. He orders out all the time. I don't know. I'm not an order out hardly ever, if ever, kind of thing. Yeah, it just doesn't work for me. I think yeah, I'm not a huge fan of eating out in general because it's just everything is just like it comes from Costco. It's frozen and then cooked. There's not too many places that are actually like cooking fresh meals. Even those sit down restaurants and stuff, they're all like frozen and cooked or whatever. Palmer Conley, what up? What's happening, my man? Welcome to the chat. Palmer Conley's been making his rounds lately. That's awesome, man. It's good to see you, dude. Good to know you're doing well in life. Um, yeah, definitely got to get the Velcro stays there. Just had to get the tractor ready for the snow. That's awesome, man. Yeah, she makes me a homemade meal every day. That's awesome. Yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft does a fair amount of cooking. Depends on what it is. Sometimes we're better off if I do the cooking. Depends on what it is. But yeah, so that's what we got going on with that. Yeah, so Pat, you've been getting out in the shop at all lately, or yeah, home cooked meal from the heart. Yeah, that's so much better. Yeah, that order and delivery and all that. That's that's yeah, it is what it is. Tactical salt and pepper, man. I don't think I haven't got that at the moment. It's in the works though. It really is. Yeah, like I would like to find like the perfect little salt and pepper portable. Yeah. In fact, you gotta find one that has. I tend to use more salt and pepper, especially I like making pasta and stuff like that when I'm camping. So, yeah, it's on the menu. It's on the menu for sure. Yeah, been out back cutting shit with silkies like crazy. That's awesome, being hey, man. They cut awesome though, don't they? They're just a good time. Yeah, my son and I are gonna make a bush camp in the woods this spring. Found a nice spot. Yeah, that's perfect, man. And that'll be good for him. Just getting out there, learning how to use tools, doing stuff like that. Yeah, we had multiple bushcraft camps back in the day. Yeah, piles of sticks that were forts and huts, and yeah, like Gen X '80s style. And then everybody panicked because like somebody took their dad's hammer without permission, and then somehow it got put down in the leaves somewhere, and nobody could find it. Now dude's got to go home without the hammer. um, yeah, I'd much rather have a home cooked grilled cheese over takeout any day. Yeah, I'm with you, Nick. I'm with you. Yeah, get him watching Corporal's Corner. Yeah, I've watched a bunch of Corporal's Corner. I had to call it quits though when yeah everyone was like my channel's not getting the attention it deserves. It's like dude, you got 1 million subscribers, you're getting like tens of thousands of views. But yeah, it seemed like every video that he did it just seemed like that. Well, it didn't. It was like that, and it's just like, come on, dude. And this was even before I got into YouTube. I was just like, hey man, I'm interested in what you have to say and everything, but yeah, this I'm not getting the attention I deserve. I don't know. He was he does show but good vibes on. Yeah, yeah, and he's straight up honest about it too. Like, yeah, he did one of his videos where everybody was asking, like, where's a good place to go out and practice bushcraft? And he just laid it straight out. Like, you really can't do bushcraft anywhere on public land because if you're, making natural shelters and stuff, that requires cutting down trees or, dead or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're still cutting stuff down here, there, branches, whatever. And you'll probably get fined at minimum. Yeah, your second option is to like lease some land where it's part of the lease agreement, or yeah, to own your own land. Those are pretty much like yeah, your only real two options is either somebody owns land and allows you to use it, or you have private land. But even then, you gotta depending on what that land is zoned for. There's still certain trees you can't cut down because maybe a bird lives in it or something. Yeah, there's all kinds of rules on what you can and can't do. And yeah, I thought Corporal's Corner did an awesome job of explaining that. Like just laying it there's no easy answer to it. There's no like, oh yeah, just go out in the woods. Yeah, it's kind of like practicing fishing without a license and stuff. Oh, being you got to order cord and bank line. Yeah, yeah, Nick, for like raw bushcraft, if you're putting together like natural shelters, like natural lean-tos or any of the other stuff you see on the bushcraft channels, in fact I've seen a lot of channels start off as like bushcrafty channels, and then they just shift completely to like standard camping, or like overlanding or stuff like that. They get away from the oh you can go out here camping with just about nothing, just sleep under this here tarp every night and use this wax duck canvas as a bedroll here as a ground sheet. But yeah, they end up miserable, getting eaten alive, and yeah, so just get a tent with a screen. Don Ray, good morning, channel member. Welcome to the chat. How you doing, sunshine? Yeah, bushcraft is one of those things that tough to start from scratch, requires knowledge and tools that most don't have. Yeah. What about On Supply? Have you ever used it? I've no, I have no clue what that app is. I'm not really all that tech savvy, to be honest. Cannon, good morning, brother. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. It is good to see you again, my man. Now, Ben, it's not worth the price they charge for the membership. Yeah, I used to really like Sean Kelly, but like you said, the channel became too much like a business and super repetitive. Yeah, it's tough coming up with great new, awesome content. Thinking outside the box. I think that's a lot of the reasons why you get like the evolution of channels. Like I said, some will start off at just like some real basic raw bushcraft stuff, like the whole reenacting thing using like 1880s equipment, calling it modern or whatever. And then but they eventually progress into like, and instead of their bushcraft wool pullover, they're rocking an $800 Arc'teryx parka, and yeah, it just all tends to go down that way. Or yeah, they've got like my intention is to cover like a lot of things, not just hiking and biking and backpacking, but like some long distance bike touring. I'd like to do another ride of the Eastern Seaboard. Like New Hampshire to Key West or something would be great. That'd be an awesome ride. And to do it without a time frame, kind of open ended. Like I'm gonna ride a decent amount every day, but I don't want it to be I don't want it to be all like just nonstop riding. I'd like to check out some of the sites. Maybe do it over like 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah. Any advice on bug repellent you don't put on the skin but on the clothes? Yeah, Al Hansen. Yeah, the answer's right below you. The permethrin. This is the stuff that I get right here. It's like permethrin. It's like 10%. But yeah, it's got a it's concentrated. You dilute it down, and then like I find it best to use like one of those pump misters, like you would use for like spraying bug spray or something like that. But yeah, you hang up whatever you want protected, like some, a couple pairs of pants, the base of your tent, around your tent fly, stuff like that. And then you go around with the mister, you give it a good coat, do both sides, and don't hang it in direct sunlight because like UV damage. Like hang it in the shade. Yeah, nice warm breezy day. But yeah, this is the stuff. Yeah, permethrin. Or yeah, Donray, trying to get myself going so we can go to another mountain today. That's nice, Donray. Yeah, have fun. Definitely hit the mountains. That's a great thing. Negative. Um, yeah, actually, yeah. Usually I take like Route 17 is fun. Yeah, no, Deet's not good. It eats nylon, in fact. Um, yeah, Deet destroys nylon. Yeah, I might go to the range today because of the snow. Right on. Yeah, I want the bug killer they give them. Yeah, that stuff is toxic. The bug juice in the military. Like, yeah, you just spill a little bit on the outside of the bottle and it starts taking all the writing and everything off. Deet on the ankles for chiggers. Yeah, definitely. Squat shot. Good morning, man. What's happening? How goes it with you? Enjoying your day off? Yeah, we made coffee indoors today, and went through a little bit of gear. I have some 90 something percent deep, just like what you said. Yeah, that stuff. In fact, it's not even around. It's not allowed around anywhere remotely around parachute gear. Like, yeah, man, don't whatever you do, don't bring in your bug juice with DEET into the hangar, the packing area. We'll kick you out so quick. Yes, it makes your eyes burn. You're lucky they just burn. I think that stuff, if you got it directly in your eyes, would probably make you go blind. Yeah, that's some of the most brutal stuff. And then, but yet you'll still get eaten by mosquitoes. I find those like the citronella candles or the little citronella burners. Those things. Hope never done that. Yeah. So. And this one time at Skydive Camp, yeah, the military grade stuff, you basically need a hazmat suit to apply it. Yeah, I agree. Are you using plastic or titanium silverware? Man, I'm using titanium. Yeah, I've got a titanium set of Vargo, and then I've also got an aluminum set of Sea to Summit. Yeah, so yeah, one for me and one for the missus. Oh yeah, nice little play on words there. So witty. Yeah, if it's titanium or it's not silverware. Yeah, so we should just like directly revert to the lowest common denominator and just call it like food consumption utensils. Yeah, would love to go buy a new AR. Got to get my semi-auto permit first. Yeah, it's flatware. Okay. Well, thanks for clarifying that, Webster. Where it would be without you, we don't know. But I think that everybody here fully understood what I was saying. Yeah, B&A, absolutely. Oh, most normal people call it flatware. On what planet, you tool? I've been kind of eyeballing you there, Cody, and you seem a little bit squirrely, man. Kind of trollish, dude. And you can either clean it up and just like kind of play along and be nice, rather than trying to split hairs over everything, or we can just boot you. I really makes no difference to me, dude. I hate to think of what you did, what you do. Yeah. How's the snow situation up there? Yeah. Yeah, B&A, how's the snow there, man? We just keep getting like an inch or two of slush. That's it. Yeah, yeah, Cody, go find someplace else, man. Your attitude kind of sucks. And be honest with you, dude. Yeah. All right, it's mellowed out. Been warm. Yeah, we keep getting that too, and it's making like black ice every morning. It's warming up to like low 40s. And then yeah, and then at night it drops down to like the low teens or something. Everything freezes to black ice. Then yeah, next day mid 40s. Yeah, no, I get it. That's awesome. That's cool. That's how we deal with that now. We just completely delete them from the channel. So yeah, for my own personal well being. Yeah, good as hell in Texas. Oh, it's cold in Texas, Cannon. You ever tried Phoenix flashlights? I got one for work recently. Love it. No, I haven't. I haven't tried Phoenix flashlights. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna fall into that YouTube trap. No, no offense to anybody, but I'm not gonna own like 15 different flashlight brands with 10 models from each brand. I'm not gonna own 20 different knife brands with like 20 models from each brand. I just, that whole I kind of like to do things a little bit differently, just by not promoting over consumerism. I mean, buy what you're interested in, buy what you need, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going broke forever just trying to like test out every single piece of equipment there is. Um, yeah, we hit the 30s the other night. Yeah, yeah, chaos. That's freezing in Florida. Everybody turned the heat on, closed their windows, and went into full hibernation mode until it hit at least 55 again. Yeah, super cold. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's super cold in Texas, but man, yeah, it's 45 degrees here in New Hampshire. So, I don't even know what the exact temperature is right now. And of course, I deleted that. Man down. Yeah, I lost the screen here. Just a second, guys. Yeah, whoops. Did you ever do you're trying to look at something, you hit the wrong button, and then they're like, "Oh no, that's yeah, you're not doing that." Um, all right, now we got it back, I think. Yeah. All right, now we're back. The saw, it's a silky Outback Gomboy, 240 millimeter. Set free fishing. Thanks. Yeah, it's a chest rig, and it's a work in progress. Might be halfway done it, almost halfway done it. But yeah, it's a work in progress. Kind of like a little bushcraft adventure survival kit, all mixed up into one. Yeah, oh, like gave me a hat because I bought so many, and they're not even my favorite brand. Corvus, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Um, yeah, yeah, just getting caught up on the comments here, guys. Lucy, how you doing? Yeah, no need to spam hi. We get you. We got you. Yeah, it's something a little different, something I'm working on. Like I said, I haven't been into chest rigs for man like 30 plus years or so, so I'm just getting back into it. It's a nice way to yeah, not be loading down your belt with all kinds of stuff. Having things in front of you accessible rather than thrown throughout your entire pack. It frees up room in your pack, so you don't need as much of a pack, and it slightly offsets or counterweights the back weight. So I see it as a pretty good looking at the stuff we carry similar. Yeah, that's universal. I think most people with the outdoors experience, they tend to carry the same stuff within reason. Yeah, yeah. So but yeah, that's what's up with that. Yeah. So there we go. Got rid of that. Yeah. Thanks BNA for taking out the trash. Much appreciated, brother. Get a fanny pack hug. Got to get the fanny pack now, Cannon. We're gonna put it together. It's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be the greatest ever YouTube outdoor video 2026. Bringing back the fanny pack, and we're not gonna lie and wear it across our chest and call it a sling bag. Nope, it's gonna be a fanny pack. I'm canning my 1911 doesn't fit in a fanny pack. Depends on which one you get, Chaos. Mainly off grid. Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Where we made some coffee indoors and we're drinking coffee. Went through the chest rig and a few other things. Talked about some cook kit. Doing well though. How are things up there in Maine? Yeah, we're getting slushy snow off and on for like 2 days now. Yeah, usually the flashlights with square threads are more reliable. Huh. Yeah, anything going on at the homestead up there today mainly? Yeah, they're always building something or breaking something or hey, I'm curious about the penny. Wasn't it like a 1944 wheat penny they were demolishing an old piano. And yeah, I'm pretty sure yeah, 1944 wheat penny, it might be like an off stamp or something. Yeah, inquiring minds want to know. My bag has like 7 attachment styles or something. Sling back in, cross the waist, or fanny option sport. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, yeah, anything you can multi carry different ways always useful. Kind of like a multi tool, you know. Yeah, snow is falling here in Connecticut. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're down in Connecticut at the moment, right? That's right. Yeah, I have a bunch of steel pennies. Yeah, two things you won't ever get here. Lying or beating around the bush. Yeah, I got to get a price on that coin. Yeah, $2,500 for a penny. Man, you're just not gonna find that every day. Obviously, clearly, but yeah, that's outstanding, man. Pay for some of the propane in that forge. Oh, Don Ray, I gotta try to get myself together so we can get to a new mountain. Right on, Don Ray. Hey, yeah, have an awesome day out there. Be safe. Yeah, plan your route, all that good stuff. You know what you're doing. But yeah, have an awesome day. I'm sure we'll see you back sooner than later. The Kershaw Ration XL. Um, yeah, what some type of folder or something? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that Kershaw. Yeah, just imagine how many are currently sitting under car seats at junkyards. Oh yeah, Nick, that's a head wrecker there. Probably tons and tons. Palmer Southern near yeah. Yeah, it's a full size spoon fork combo. Everyone should already be carrying a knife. Yeah, hey, that's yes, hey man, everybody should be carrying 5 knives, right? I'll agree to that. Yeah, you definitely you need 5 knives. And always got to have a butter knife too. But yeah, can we do a quick go through on that rig and what would you change about your pack? Hey, I'm not going to torture everybody else with that. We just went through it a little while ago, so just kind of like start back at the beginning. Like, yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure you were here for it. But anyhow, yeah, certain types of battery plastic inserts of flashlights go brittle, but many are made well, uh, despite looking cheap. Yeah, Samuel, I guess there's no official titling for it, but yeah, I've taken my hand at bushcraft and a few other things. Are you a bushcrafter? Are you? I do. Actually, I have a Pathfinder mug, and I'm on YouTube, so that makes me an official bushcrafter channel. Oh yeah, and just to double verify my bushcrafting certifications, I also have the Pathfinder stainless steel water bottle, thus certifying my intense involvement in bushcraft and expertise. So yeah, don't question my authority. No, man, I don't know. Somebody get a rap on this guy. Like, get him in check. I know I joined after that. Why I asked about your titanium flatware. Yeah, mainly off grid. That's awesome, dude. Yes, sir. I understand my mission. Yeah, yeah. A couple of people have recommended that to me. Like, cause sometimes I'll go through the same thing like 4 times, and they're just like, just recommend that they go back and watch it. I mean, really, um, Or pause it and take a, you can zoom in and check it out. And I'm sure, what could possibly go wrong? How we doing on time here? We're doing all right. It's, I know, right? Canon gets it. If Canon gets it, everybody gets it. That's where we're at. Yeah. Yeah, this is the full tang tactical recon chest rig. Man, and I should have been more bushcrafty and got it in like just, brown or they've got it in like nice Ranger green with the same FDE buckles and stuff. But man, this is what happens when you watch YouTube. Oh, what's the name of that channel? Like Boondockery, man. That guy is like multicammed his whole life. He's mastered the art of like rattle canning multicam and everything. Like his cabinets are multicam, his tabletops are multicam. He's even like painted his water bottles multicam. And I was just watching a bunch of that, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? This guy's right. Everything should be multicam. It all matches. Like it's all multicam. Like everybody should be doing this. So, yeah, mainly I'm from doing fantastic, just a blurry vision. Yeah, my favorite rechargeable batteries for GPS and flashlights are an Eneloop AA. I curse Garmin for making GPS units with rubber that deteriorate. Yeah, all 100% of rubber deteriorates. Like it's just one of those things. Like it dries out, becomes brittle over time. It's yeah, 100%. It's not just Garmin. It's everything ever made. That's why those little flaps fall off your your smartphone case or any of that stuff. Yeah, they all kind of dry out and fall apart over time. Yeah, my point carrier. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, his plate carrier is multicam. Doesn't really blend in Florida. Yeah, it definitely blends in a lot better than orange anywhere though. Yeah, I think the darker pattern, like I guess there's a difference between like multicam and OCP or something. And OCP is like a slightly darker version to kind of correct that. Yeah, if you compare multicam with OCP, there's a an absolute difference. But the OCP still isn't as dark as like multicam tropic. Yeah, so yeah, you're considering Florida's tropical area, you would probably want to go with like multicam tropic. Yeah, exactly, Nick Martino. Multicam the world, man. And you can totally pull it off as a civilian thing. I figured just yeah, like throw a red windbreaker on or something, and then it's sporty. It's back to being sporty, you just got a little camo going with you. I have a Hawaiian shirt that fits over it well. Oh yeah, yeah, that's the whole yeah, that whole electric boogaloo thing. The great boogaloo. Everybody's gonna show up in Hawaiian shirts for the impending civil war. Yeah, we meet. Yeah, flak turn in Appalachia. Oh, speaking of cool camos, man, anybody that's in a DD hammocks, they've come out with a like their version of the multicam Alpine, like some good snow camo. They've got like some tarps and some hammocks in it now. I've been kind of checking some of that stuff out. Pretty cool. And check out American Pipe Dreams. They have tons of lectern. Yeah, and I still yeah, I'm still a fan of classic yeah, M84 Woodland or whatever. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's some Gen X camo there. Yeah, O-rings made from synthetic materials that are resilient to everything is a fantastic invention. Yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah. Yeah, silicone O-rings might even be better, right? I don't know. Kind of random off the chain there. Just hope you aren't a Fed. Nah, dude, definitely not a Fed. Um, yeah. You won't catch me working for any of them. And it's not just like this administration. It's yeah, it's the last 15 or 20 years of nutcases sitting in that White House. Uh, hey, I got an idea. It's going to wreck the country, but let's do it anyhow. Yeah, they even anybody remember that footage of Obama where he's like, explaining to people like if you tell a lie often enough, people will believe it to be the truth. It's like you're kind of like, and this is the guy that flipped that. Yeah, it used to be illegal to have propaganda in the United States, but yeah, Obama flipped that, and then yeah, propaganda is legal, so they can head wreck us all they want. It's perfectly okay now. Yeah, I'm stuck on my Clum stuff. Sorry, it's superior. Yeah, the woodland cami the best. Yeah, Canon. That's definitely like Gen X generation, a little earlier, a little later. But yeah, definitely smack dab in the middle. Yeah, everything was M84 woodland. Yeah, I kind of miss this stuff. Maybe I should have. I don't know. It's kind of hard to get now. It's kind of hard to put together a kit. But yeah, I just kind of geeked out on the multicam and kept rolling with it. And um, yeah, no real. It is what it is in that department. I can't complain. Um, yeah, Nick, trust me, it's not fun. Yeah, yeah, the 5 second rule is a lie. I thought it was a 10 second rule. Yeah, Nick, the eye surgery is like night and day. I had cataract. Yeah, so and doesn't that just helps out with your overall comfort, like your day to day comfort as well, right? Having that done. So what else have we got going on? Yeah, like I said, I do like the MSR. The MSR canister stove is like 100 times better than the jet boil. That's why I carry it. And if you happen to lose one, hey, two is one, one is none, right? Yeah, just getting caught up on the comments here, guys, making sure I didn't miss anything. I think you'll see one of those new military surplus ads saying they found red multicam from Uzbekistan. Yeah, I have no clue about that. Kind of random, kind of off the chain, but yeah. What do you think of electric mountain bikes? I think that their electric mountain bikes are like electric cars. They have like some major downfalls. They weigh a tremendous amount. They take an extremely long time to charge. Um, yeah, they weigh a whole bunch. So if you are stuck pedaling, yeah, you're not pedaling your 20-pound mountain bike now. You're pedaling like an 80-pound bike. The range is limited. Some of the best ones I've seen so far are like 80 to 100 miles tops, and it's running off of like two batteries. Specifically, I've looked into the Rambo brand, right? Because hey, why not, right? Um, Might as well go with a Rambo electric bike if you're going to be a cupcake commando about it. But they do have one cool version. It's the Rambo Dominator, and that comes in multicam. Doesn't get any better than that. But yeah, they extremely. I think they're useful. I think they could be useful. They have their pros and their cons. Um, I think that if you were to compile a like a strong cyclist with a good e-bike, and it's kind of like they're working together. It's not the e-bike doing all the work. I think that would be the best way to go. But yeah, and then field charging them and stuff. You got to wonder if that extra 60 to 65 pounds is worth the wait. Like unless you're just like completely out of shape, you smoke 5 packs of cigarettes a day, you drink a 12 pack or something, and you're just physically inept. Then yeah, an e-bike 110%. That's the only way you're getting around. Um, yeah, the technology. Yeah. It's kind of like it's cool technology. I've tried to look into it, and like if you were gonna, oh, I don't know, the Walking Dead scenario, you're gonna go, diddly bopping around the countryside. I guess the cool part is if you've got a couple of quality solar panels and they're kind of expensive, like you would want to go with solar film. It's a high end. Yeah, definitely a high end solar panel. But you're talking like $900 for a 100-watt solar panel. You're probably gonna, two of them at 200 watts. How long is it going to take to charge those e-bike batteries? It's probably more realistic than pumping some crude oil out of the ground and making gasoline. But how yeah, my e-bike doesn't even have pedals. Yeah. In fact, yeah, Chaos, those are the ones I think should be illegal. The ones that there's zero pedal assist, they're technically motorcycles. It's like I think the same rules should apply for cars. Like just because you have an e-car, you've got a Tesla, whatever. It doesn't change the fact that you still need to register it, and it's an automobile. It's a car. You still got to register it. You still got to inspect it. You still got to have insurance on it. You need to be responsible about it. And yeah, those super e-bikes that go faster than somebody can pedal, yeah, they should be registered as motorcycles. Like it's an electric motorcycle, the same as a gas motorcycle, except that it's electric, just like the car thing. Um, yeah, I think the only way it should be allowed to be registered as a bicycle is if the max speed doesn't exceed like average cycling speed. Um, yeah, there's a few things to it. Yeah, it's got to have the pedal assist. It's got to function like a bike, and it can't exceed the average speed of a cyclist, not the top speed of a Tour de France rider going downhill, but like your average cyclist, whatever. Maybe it tops out at like 22 miles an hour, maybe 24. But most people can't sprint a bike 24 miles an hour. So. Yeah, I use some 60-watt panels. They give me much less because the light is never perfect. Yeah, yeah. Solar's kind of like solar's weird like that. You have to have so much solar panels just to kind of make things work. And then with the solar, you got to have some type of regulator and then some type of batteries and stuff like that. Yeah, the bike I have is the E-Ride Pro. Yeah, yeah, Chaos. We've talked about your bike. We've checked it out. I'm just that's my opinion on e-bikes. Like, yeah, and it is a motorized vehicle, so they shouldn't be on trails that say no motorized vehicles allowed because it's not just gas motors, it's electric motors, and they do the same amount of damage to the trail. Um, yeah, e-bikes are way cooler than the Chinesium gas kits for bikes. Yeah, B&A, you're right about that one. Zoe the cat, what's happening? Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Yeah, 24 miles an hour. That's about as fast as we marched into Baghdad. Yeah, that one I believe, Cannon. Just whole bunch of jarheads with sticks over their head with strings and crayons. Like the old hang a carrot in front of the rabbit thing or whatever. You guys know of good reputable folding solar panels for just charging GPS phones, flashlights, and radios? Um, Yeah, Nightcore makes some smaller ones. I think like 30-watt in that area that are reasonably priced. I think somewhere around 130 bucks or so. It's got really good reviews. Nightcore makes some pretty good stuff, in my opinion. Um, yeah, I have the limiter on my e-bike. It only does 22 max, and I do whatever any dumb shit on the road. I just ride normal. Yeah, yeah. It's like cyclists though. Cyclists get a bad rap everywhere, and rightfully so. Most of them are pompous pricks. Yeah, they kind of they try to own the road. They just the biggest one is like a cyclist that can't hold a line, so they're unpredictable. So they're pedaling down the road, all up and down the side of the road, like it's just an open playground. Meanwhile, cars are trying to pass by. Like hold a line, just go in a straight line, ride predictably so that the traffic can see what you're doing. Um, and yeah, I'm a lifelong cyclist, and I hate cyclists that do that. Like it's just yeah, there's a time and a place for everything. Or like the group of wannabe cyclists, that have to they got a Peloton it. It's a recreational ride. There ain't no Peloton, moron. Just yeah, like ride responsibly and ride with courtesy. It's the New Hampshire way. Um, yeah, cyclists need to get the fuck out of the way, and I'm one. Yeah, not me, man. I'm always good about it. Yeah, Lance Armstrong is an all-time loser. I couldn't agree more, man. Man, that dude, he wrecked the Tour de France for me. Like, what an embarrassment to America. He's on like the U.S. Postal team, and yeah, guys on more gear than anybody could keep track of, and yeah, all his live strong and stuff. So what, dude? You lost one ball over cancer, man. That doesn't make you a speaker. Yeah, he's right up there with the Liver King, man. No kidding. Yeah, Lance Armstrong is right up there with the Liver King. Um, yeah, being a donut operator makes a shirt that says "Cyclists don't go to heaven." Yeah, I think that the automobile drivers get a little carried away with that though. Like, yeah, they find exceptional fun in hating on cyclists, and yeah, I think there's a little war going on between some cyclists and some automobile drivers. Makes sense. Um, yeah, I've had a couple of cyclists yelling at me on my e-bike. I just yelled back, "Sucks to be you." Yeah, but yeah, the Liver King is all natural. Yeah, man, the Liver King. What a piece of work there, huh? I mean, geez, most of these guys are on gear. You know they are. Like they're oh yeah, man, they've got more sauce in them than Buffalo Wild Wings, you know? Um I heard that it's really popular with the influencers too, the YouTube fitness influencers. A lot of them are jacked on gear. Who's that new kid? He's got like pizza back. Sam Sulek. He's that dude's not gonna make it to 30. Um, anyone in here have a one wheel? Yeah, Nick, still doing the research on that one, the one wheel. Yeah, man, I don't know anybody doing that. Oddly, usually I got if there's something stupid going on and you can get hurt, I usually know somebody doing it. But yeah, that's one I've only seen on YouTube so far. Mrs. Bushcraft is in the chat. How you doing, beautiful? How's your day going? Yeah, should be up there with the Kardashians with them folkness. Yeah. There she is, she's here. Um yeah, the Kardashians, holy crap. That's a whole lot of special needs there. We're gonna leave it alone. Mo Patty EDC, good morning, Trish. How you doing? Welcome to the chat as well. She was I bet Trish was hanging out the whole time. She was just waiting for Mrs. Bushcraft to get in here. She's like, I'm gonna wait until the other sane woman gets here. And yeah. But hey, she's not any more sane than any of the others. Don't let her fool you. Yeah, injecting muscles with oil. Oh, that one too. Yeah, I know what you're. Yeah, injecting muscles with oil. Like, who comes up with this stuff? Like, oh, such desperate, weak-minded little individuals. Um, good thought, but no. I was closer. I was spot on, and you're not going to tell me. Um, yeah. Trish, how are you doing? It's been a minute since we've seen you. How is life treating you? You know, how are family, friends in the algorithm? Yeah, they go pretty fast, and I'm afraid of falling off. Oh, Nick, you just gotta do it, man. Yeah, and if you're not crashing, you're not trying. Like, yeah, get yourself a one wheel, get the fastest one you can find, get it up to speed, and just bail out, man. Take a tumble. Get in a practice crash. If once you get that first practice crash out of the way, the rest of the crashes are easy. The key is you got to have the right amount of fun from the initial start to the first crash. As long as the fun in that initial start to the first crash is worth it, you're gonna get back on it and do it again. It's gonna hurt for a little while, but yeah, rub some dirt in it. Yeah, I'm freezing. Algorithms suck. Yeah, Trish, tis the season. Yeah, the algorithm's been whacked out lately. A lot of people are talking about it. Yeah, I guess they shifted over their prioritizing shorts, and lives and long form are just not as important right now or something. So Yeah, hit and roll. Yeah. See, that's the perk to going to airborne school is you do an unnecessary amount of PLFs. And once you've mastered your parachute landing fall, it sometimes helps you in other crash situations. Right amount of speed and impact, and less injury. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to kind of know how to ragdoll your way through a good crash. Believe it or not, this is absolute true story. You guys can verify this. It's still going on to this day. But when it comes to like downhill mountain biking and everything, there's a course that you can take that teaches you how to properly crash. It's totally worth it. Like you're like, how stupid is that? Like I've been crashing bicycles since I was 4 years old. Like I'm gonna go to school to learn how to crash. Like something I have actually mastered in my life. But no, the real deal is that there's certain things that yeah, you just want to do. Like if you're in the middle of a big jump and you know you're gonna crash, like you kind of like whoopsied, like I'm coming up short, I'm coming up long, whatever it is. Like you actually want to separate yourself from the bike. Like throw your bike away off to the side because that's normally what causes the most amount of injury when you crash with the bike and you take a handlebar to the rib cage. Oh no, there's two more broken ribs. Yeah, there's an art to the crash. Like you can go to school for it. It's a couple hours a day, like Saturday and Sunday, little weekend course. Yeah, they offer it up around Bootleg Canyon in Boulder City, Nevada. But yeah, crashing. Like man, I thought I knew everything about crashing until you go to school on crashing, and then you realize like I could be better at crashing. um, yeah, make that make sense. That's paying a lot of good money just to be a tool. Um, like Buzz Lightyear falling with style. Yeah, Ben, that's just general skydiving, man. That was yeah, I've known a few people to do a jump with a Buzz Lightyear costume on. But yeah, we don't fall in style. We like pimp fly the sky. Yeah, our handlebar to the yeah, Cannon had to go tell us it's never happened to you, Cannon. Um yeah, catching a handlebar to the junk or yeah, that'll wreck your day as well. I ran myself over with my own four wheeler once. Didn't even get hurt because I know how to crash. Yeah, exactly, Chaos. Yeah, you got to know how to crash. Well, some people have zero to no balance. Um, yeah, that's true, Nick. Some people do have zero to no balance. Um, yeah, it is. It's an important part of a lot of sports, especially yeah, like cycling that requires balance, man. But hey, once you get a little speed going, that gyro effect helps keep you vertical. Stuntman training should be mandatory for boys' age. I don't know. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think you're right, B&A. It should have been back in the day. We did have training. We watched Evil Knievel, jump a whole bunch of stuff. And then we ran out to the street with cinder blocks and plywood being like, "Yeah, man, I could jump four bicycles." Very seldom were we wrong. Yeah, I figured that one out. Yeah, that's damn yeah, talk to text, right? B&A or autocorrect. We'll blame it on autocorrect. Yeah, and for Pete's sake, guys, always wear a helmet. Yeah, always wear a helmet, man. You got to have a solid brain bucket to keep that brain where it's supposed to be. I agree. Most of the time, I agree. Like if you go on base jumping, you might not, the helmets. Yeah, probably if you have a total, the helmet's really not going to make a difference. If anything, it's going to add to the weight. You're just going to fall a little faster to the ground. So yeah, but cycling or something like that, or yeah, the motorcycles or yeah, some downhill skiing probably, rock climbing, good to wear a helmet. Yeah, not like Armstrong with one ball. Yeah, that's the problem with the handlebar to the junk. You end up like Lance Armstrong. But yeah, hey, just because you only got one ball doesn't mean you got to be a turd nugget. Yeah, yeah. I think it's common though. They figured out that a lot of the things, the PEDs, performance enhancing stuff. Yeah, a lot of the different teams are doing it in different ways and different cycles, and everybody's trying to beat the test. Yeah, these four-wheel off-road bikes are very dangerous. Even though there's protection when flipping them upside down. Yeah, that's true, man. But was more what was even more dangerous back in the day? Yeah, Gen X, we were so stupid. We had the three wheeler. Anybody remember the three wheeler? I had a Yamaha 125 three wheeler. It was like blue and yellow. Kind of goofy looking actually now that I think about it, but yeah, we were wrecking three wheelers. Like, yeah, the fourth wheel, that's just extra weight that slows us down. On this working knees and hips. People injections are the new gear. Oh, peptide. Yeah, I broke an ankle on three wheeler. Yeah, I think anybody that rode a three wheeler long enough broke something. Definitely broke the three wheeler. Um, yeah, I ended up selling mine and putting the money towards rock climbing gear. Probably not one of my shinier moments in life, but hey man, it was spring. I needed a new rope and a rack, so yeah, there I was. I had every three wheeler Honda made, the Kawasaki and Yamaha two strokes. Yeah, there's yeah, wow, yeah, chaos. You've been into that stuff your whole life though, like yeah, the three wheelers and dirt bikes and yeah, 225 DX. Wow, yeah, man. Now I feel like kind of like a chud. I only had a 125, but hey man, it was still fun. You know, it was still fun on that 125. Yeah, good times were had on that thing. Rode it out a ton out in Auburn, New Hampshire, out by Tower Hill Pond and stuff. We used to like to get chased out of there. Yeah, Rednecks once told me he knew this country was good downhill, going downhill once they banned the three wheeler. Yeah, they're just yeah, too safe, too this, too that. Hey, learn some balance. You definitely know how to lean into you learn how to lean into a turn on a three wheeler. Absolutely. Not like those supercross guys though. Man, I've watched some of the supercross stuff. Um, I know maybe it's not supercross. What's it? B&A, they go faster on the racetrack on the motorcycles. But yeah, they're like leaning down, like rubbing their elbow on the pavement. It's just insane. Yeah, Nick, but later I was riding my 400 EX and flipped it doing slow wheelies. I went to flip it over, grab the header before barehanded. Yeah, that's one of those things you don't want to. That's a mistake you don't want to make twice, right? Yeah, considering now that I have to wrap my child bubble tape so they can go. Oh yeah, yeah, man, they're too safe on kids now. Like, yeah, the amount of like, did you hear that thing? Like, I don't know. It was like last year. Some kid like walked down to the store or something. It was like three quarters of a mile, half a mile down the road, and they went and like arrested the woman for like child neglect or something. Dude is like 12 years old. I'm like, wow, man, I was like 8 years old. I was two towns over, trying to figure out how I was gonna get home before my dad got home or something. Like, yeah, I think, yeah, by today's standards, 100% of our parents would like they'd all be in jail. Like every boomer, if they had to meet today's parenting standards, they'd all be in jail. Every one of them locked up for life. Oh yeah, the power band. Oh, mini banshee. Those are cool. I've been looking into some of those side by sides. What is it? Yeah, the Polaris Razor or something. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's a Polaris like side by side. It almost looks like a miniature Humvee. The deluxe version is like $50,000. It's got like a steering wheel and everything. I had a girlfriend with an automatic dirt bike, and the gears hung up on me out of nowhere, and then caught and flopped me into a power pole. Yeah, man, that's. Hey, if you're not crashing, you're not trying. Go big or go home. Like, just add one more cinder block. I can make it. Yeah, when it comes time to service them, two strokes are the easiest to rebuild. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about engine rebuilds and stuff like that. I'm a basic maintenance engine person. Like check the fluids, change the oil. Man, I don't even think I even wasted my time changing oil. Like it just made more sense. I could bring it to the shop and well, back in the day it was like what, 15 bucks to get your oil changed in like a Tacoma. 15, I think 20 bucks maybe. Yeah, the first four gears on a blaster are so quick. Oh yeah. Um so yeah, anybody else got anything planned for today? Anything overly exciting? Um yeah, bang bang, you go through them so fast. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I think I'd rather get a helicopter over a quad nowadays. Get up off the ground, get yourself a little aerial view, and yeah, not deal with traffic, not dealing with the cyclists getting in the way. But yeah, helicopters are expensive though. Cause this one time at band camp, oh, going to the regional market, it's a yeah, that sounds those are fun, man. Sometimes it's just fun to walk around and like you gotta wonder. It's like somebody has all this crap and they came here to sell it. You know, is that kind of weird or is it just me? Like some of the stuff, yeah, you've just got to wonder like what's the deal with this? How are they like how are they selling anything? And it's not even like yeah, it's not even like cool antique junk that needs to be cleaned up. It's just like everything from every junk drawer in like the entire neighborhood thrown on a couple of tables and um yeah. Oh, the helicopter's a dream, Nick. Yeah, testing the umbrella today. Hey man, it's a good time of year to test the umbrella. Bobo Schnoggins, what's happening, man? It's been a minute. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. It is good to see you, my man. Yeah, we were going through you missed it, Bobo, you missed it, man. We made coffee indoors again today. Groundbreaking technologies were shared. Technologies and techniques of making the coffee indoors, man. And good times were had by all. Everybody feels as if they're enlightened today. They're going to have a better day as we experienced indoor coffee together. I think that switch that didn't even sound remotely close to an infomercial. That was more like a sermon or something. And today we have gathered in peace to share our geekhood of gear. Tactical butt wipe holder I see there. Yeah, I'm not sure, Ben. You all right? You want to talk about some tactical butt wipe holder? Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not sure. We do have some of those though. You can get those. You can get like combat wipes. They're like black. They're very cool. Expedition pack or are they overpriced? Um, yeah, Maxpedition's okay. I don't think they're overpriced. They're definitely overbuilt, which they're gonna last a long time. Everything that I've ever owned from Maxpedition just like stays together. I think my biggest pet peeve with Maxpedition is I can't stand contrast threading. Like the they use black thousand denier Cadora, but then they use white thread. Don't know why they do that. It's not like some retro 70s jeans. And I end up spending like an hour going over all of it with a Sharpie because it just drives me bonkers. That's the only thing. But yeah, everything Maxpedition does, it's all sewn well, it's all quality materials. It's a little bit overbuild, but hey, buy once, cry once, it'll last you the rest of your life. Um, yeah, I'd be willing to bet like the Maxpedition organizers, the traditional ones. I don't know about some of their newer like foam injected molded super duper stuff, but original Maxpedition stuff where they're rocking like thousand denier Cadora and yeah, that stuff is all rock solid. Ah, that would be a great screen name, Tactical Butt Wipe. Yeah, Cannon, that would be an awesome screen name, Tactical Butt Wipe. Maybe we could, yeah, maybe we'll have to adopt that at some point. We'll, Tactical Butt Wipe, because, yeah, everybody needs wiping. That's how formal the planet is now. Doesn't matter what the job is, the job's not finished until the paperwork is done. So yeah, whether you're filing for divorce or you just got done pinching one, no job is finished till the paperwork is done. Canon, more like an indie brand name. Yeah, yeah, an indie brand name. That's ain't that the truth? Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Grumpy's going live today for sure, right? Last I knew, that was the plan. I just imagine one of those small metal cylinders having like single pulled dude wipes. Oh no, man, we got that. Man, I got that tool put away. Actually, no, we do have we have some of the emergency. What are they called? The toilet tabs. I've got those in the emergency cat hole digger setup. Let me see if I can squeeze it out. That sounded more like you're gonna pinch one. No, I didn't even put it there. That's what's wrong with today is I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, yeah, we've got the Predator Tools Model 85C Crusader. This is a hand digging tool. This ain't that little hand digging tool you get at the box store, the Walmart, or the Home Depots. No, yeah, this is handmade right in New Jersey. But in the end, like this is the best, my favorite part about this thing. In the end, it has a screw off cap, right? So remember like the '80s survival knife, it had the compass on the top and it never worked right. This one actually has a legit compass in the bottom of the cap, so it's protected and it works right. And this is the perfect diameter. If Pocket Boy 130. No, I'm just kidding. Get because you got a tiny saw. No. Yeah, this is those toilet tabs. You know, a little bit of water and poof, it gets. Then you can do the booty wiping officially, and this will fit like 10 of them in here. And shout out to Mrs. Bushcraft because I was like, wouldn't that be great if you could do that? And she found the perfect ones to fit in here. So you're all set for 10 emergency wipes. Just if you had too much Taco Bell, you're gonna go through all 10 of them, and that'll earn you for eating that kind of trash. Yeah, 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 Nick, the fatty organizers are awesome. All those little organizers they have, the traditional ones are great. But yeah, that is the Predator Tools Crusader. And then did I have any in here? No. I am gonna work on yeah, that this is gonna get some custom kydex on here. We're gonna do the custom kydex. I've got a Heliocon Tech Navtel pouch that I want to put on the front here. And this is, yeah, man, we're gonna get some single-use wipes up in there. Yeah, we're gonna, yeah, for the proper cleansing post poop activity. Yeah, this is gonna get rigged up like that. This pouch you can put some, different size wipes, depending on the situation. That's toilet paper, and I love Taco Bell. That's probably why you love toilet paper. If you love Taco Bell, you gotta kind of love toilet paper. The two go hand in hand. Sometimes you need a wet wipe. If you use that real heavy duty, extra hot sauce, you might have to finish with a wet wipe. So yeah, man, this is totally up your alley. Um, totally up your ass. No pun intended on that. That just happened naturally. Um, yeah, we've got some special needs going on there. Something's beeping. Something's like, hey man, oh, it's gonna snow some more. Get your shovels out, guys. Won't that blade cut into the pouch? No, it's not super sharp. You could sharpen it more. It's got a bit of an edge. I mean, you're not cutting paper or anything. The serrations here aren't super sharp either. They're sharp enough though. It's designed to cut through roots, so you can cut like a plug with it. These are used a lot by metal detectors, not by the metal detectors, by those who do the metal detecting. Commonly use this hand digging tool for like digging out their little treasures. Or it's also used by military EOD and recovery teams. Um, no bidet savages. Hey man, dude, we could rig one up. Actually, I think you could. If you were to use the Aquamira, Aquamira, whatever they're called. They have that pressurized water bladder, right? You could rig that into a you could totally transfer your water bladder into a bidet. Now that you mention that, like there really should be like more field use bidets. You could just use a sports spray bottle or something, right? Like just or even like a Poland, like a plastic water bottle. Just poke a hole in the top and squeeze it. Bow, yeah, you're clean. I can't tell you're having a meeting with waste management. My wife just asked me if I were having a conversation about wiping butts, and I said it's a man's conversation. Yeah, Cannon, yeah, man, totally right. Because yeah, no job is finished until the paperwork is done, and yeah, there's a reason why it's referred to. It's the only place you can get 10 minutes of quiet, especially if you've got kids. Like all the dads out here, you know what I'm talking about. Like just man, 10 minutes in the morning is the most amount of peace and quiet you're going to get all day long. Survival bidet. We should be marketing this stuff. No, it never works out well for me. It's always like, oh, this is genius. Then I write up the infomercial. I come up with a jingle, and we have a good time with it. But yeah, the account is not happy. Um, Rangers will never admit using a bidet. Um, Yeah, that is a good looking digging tool. I had bought a Fiskars and it snapped a handle during first gardening season. Yeah, Bobo Schnoggins, I'm telling you, man, he's got other models too. Like this is kind of like the flagship version because it holds the special shit ticket tabs. Um, but yeah, man, I've gone through a lot of that as well. I've got the um, oh, I don't know the budget deal of a digging tool because when you're traveling a lot, you're digging a lot of cat holes. Because I like to be appropriate with that stuff. But yeah, or they've got those like little aluminum or titanium ones that are just like a piece of sheet metal that's been folded a couple of ways, but when you try to dig with it, it hurts like hell. And you can't really dig a hole with it. But yeah, that's why I was on the market. I spent a lot of time researching it. Like I've talked to a bunch of people, and this is the conclusion I came to. Yeah, Predator Tools out of New Jersey. They've got some other digging tools I want to get my hands on. Justin Ronan, welcome to the chat, my man. How are you doing? It's another wonderful, amazing Sunday. I'll give you a quick recap. We made coffee indoors. Yeah, we did. We made coffee indoors. We went through the chest rig a little bit. Not much is, well, actually, quite frankly, nothing's changed in a few weeks on that. Yeah, just talking about some random tools, and of course, somehow we got on the topic of toilet tabs and booty wipes. Who brought up the booty wipes anyhow? I think it was Ben or something. Yeah, somebody's talking about butt wipes, whipping some butt wipes out, and I'm like, yeah, you should absolutely. Like, there's nothing worse. You gotta keep the hiney clean in the field. There's nothing worse than getting some butt funk going on. That'll just wreck your week, and just it makes the sleeping bag horrible every time you shift. A little gust of air comes up saying, "Oh yeah, you got swamp ass, dumbass." Yeah, gotta, yeah. I just, man, they're shit tickets because it's like a fine. Every time you go, you gotta pay, and with the inflation of toilet paper ever since the great TP crisis of 2020, it's always been a challenge. It's gotten expensive, man. It's just one of those things inflation has got us with. Um, as I get the home admin done, I can't tell how great it's been to listen in. That's all. We appreciate you, Mick. Hopefully, yeah, we're causing some brain rot today, aren't we? This, I think we're 30 minutes on the. Hey, but we did come up, yeah, an emergency field bidet. Somebody's got to come out with that. Yeah, because you gotta have sometimes you gotta take it to the next level. Shit takes us to become multicam eventually. Yeah, yeah, it depends, especially if you're on a heavy Taco Bell diet. Yeah, the white shit tickets will end up becoming multicam. I wonder, yeah, and then maybe you can gauge your diet like, oh, doing good at standard multicam. Maybe you're missing some vitamins or something like that, and it becomes arid multicam. Um, but you've been eating too much of that processed food coloring, too many Fruit Loops and stuff, so then it becomes like multicam tropic. Super Soaker, the one from the '90s. Yeah, man. I wish I could get a Super Soaker from the '90s. Because all I've got right now, I've got a little spray bottle for the cat, and that's it. I've dreamed of a Super Soaker, like one of those just ridiculously legendary Super Soakers, and that would just straight up for me blasting the cat. I've spat me coffee a couple times. Yeah, sorry, Mick. We you know how we keep it real here sometimes, and it is what it is. We apologize for that. But fair warning, it's probably going to happen again. Um, should tickets become? Yeah, what could possibly go wrong, right, guys? Um, because this one time at Skydive Camp, no kidding. But yeah. So channel plans as of now. I'm trying to put together a couple of shorts. I don't know. I kicked it back a little bit this week, kind of reevaluating the situation with the channel and what direction I wanted to keep going. As much as I like to be on top of current affairs, I don't think it's in the overall best interest of the channel based on some people I've talked to and who's interested and whatnot. So we're gonna get a little more focused on the gear things, or maybe a reason to have the gear. And just, yeah, it's gonna be more about getting out and applying. So yeah, we'll be making some more changes, trying to accommodate as much as we can. Last time I had a conversation like this, it was in a hole listening to lead bees buzzing overhead, multicam shit tickets. Oh, I laughed. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that, can you, Mick? That's like, oh, anybody remember anybody that's been to a military surplus store, a quality one at least, you will find that they frequently carry camouflage prophylactics, right? And yeah, the whole camouflage and concealment, but yeah, the camo condoms so they don't see you coming. Yeah, that could go right along there with multicam shit tickets. Um, yeah, your toilet shovel has been hand forged by metal folded 200 times. Um, yeah, Super Soaker, anything else would be less uncivilized. Yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah, so and on top of digging cat holes, man, I guarantee you this will dig like the perfect Dakota fire hole. I think it'll be good for that. Or what? Oh, it's called the coyote hole or something. You dig a hole next to a creek, kind of like self filters itself. They got a name for that as well. It's in the manual that I don't know. I no longer have. No, damn, it's that small. It didn't need camo. It needed to find the damn thing. Well, that's what the Mick. That's what the Fresno lens is for. Um, That's why they got the Fresno lens, man. So those awkward moments, you get the full hookup. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, how we doing? Yeah, it's getting to be about that time, guys. But hey, yeah, I'll take a quick vote. Anybody wants to throw in uh yeah, a midweek live or something. What do you guys think? Like right in the middle of the week, Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. What do you guys think? I've been still trying to squeeze in a Saturday live. Eventually, we're gonna switch the Saturday lives to the members only lives. And that'll be the members only lives. Those are gonna be a lot more open. Um, yeah, it'll obviously it'll be a members live. It'll be all channel members. So we don't have to worry about somebody randomly coming through here getting butt hurt or something. You know how that goes. So yeah, so we're definitely Friday nights at 8 p.m., Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern, and Wednesdays I've just been kind of doing a live sometime Wednesday. I have no idea what time. Something we're working on. We'll get that dialed in eventually. It'll be like once I can actually host the members only lives, and we'll kind of like we'll put it to a vote then. Sounds good as long as I'm not at the eye doctor. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with that is yeah, I think Saturdays are eventually I think you got to have like the button doesn't turn on. I can't press the button. Like the button's there but it doesn't light up. It's not even really a button, it's a screen thing. You got to touch the screen. But it has it I can't set up members stuff. I think you have to have like a certain number of members before you can. Like you have to have like, 50 channel members before you can do a live at all. But yeah, BNA's checking out later. BNA, thanks for hanging out with us, brother. Always a pleasure. I'm sure I'll be in touch with you sooner than later. But yeah, hey guys, if you got any suggestions, definitely send it my way. You can look me up on Instagram. You can send me an email. But yeah, if you've got any channel suggestions on where things you'd like to see with the channel, definitely open to that. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up. I think Grumpy Grunt's going live pretty soon. I gotta get back out there and shovel. Trying to do it in phases, no point in breaking my back at this age. But yeah, so that's the current plan. We're gonna wrap this one up. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Definitely B&A, Nick Martino, Mick all the way over from England. Don't forget, Mick's gonna be live today at 3 p.m. Standard Eastern Time, which is like 7 or 8 o'clock on that side of the puddle. But yeah, definitely check them out. Do the whole subscribe and do the notification bell thingy, and and like the videos, of course. Leave a comment, say hello. Ask what your preferred butt cleaning method is while camping. I'm sure everybody's got their own little twist on it. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get some more coffee too. No, cracking a can. It's that time. Yeah, we're gonna move on from the coffee to the legendary Monster Energy drink, the original, the one and only, the green can. We love it. But yeah, guys, take care. That's kind of our schedule right now. We're switching it up. We're coming up with some new stuff to do. Post some shorts every once in a while. But yeah, help your friends out. Thanks, all Hanson. Definitely appreciate it. We're trying to make it a lot better. And Cannon's a badass Marine who has a little sissy corgi dog. But anyhow, guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you on the next one. Everybody have an awesome day. Take care, guys.